Hi there, in this video I'm going to run through the post ID system on Meta Ads. So firstly, why does this even exist in the first place? The reason for this is to have or to be able to use the same post and keep all of this engagement, so the likes, comments, shares, etc. on that specific post, but be able to use that same post and transfer all of that social proofing along with that post into a new campaign or ad set structure in Meta Ads. So there are two ways to do this. Number one is through using the post ID system here, so using the existing post option. And then the second is to just adjust my blurring here for a second. When duplicating your specific ad, you leave this setting ticked over here, so show existing reactions, comments, and shares on new ads. This essentially duplicates the new ad, duplicates the original ad into a new ad, so a new ad completely that you can still edit, but it keeps that social proofing on that creative or on that specific ad and retains the post ID until you obviously edit that new ad. As soon as you edit that ad, it changes the post ID because it's now a completely new post because that original post has been changed or edited. So to run through the first option here to actually find the post ID itself and use that post ID in a new ad, we'll need to pull that from the original Facebook post or the Facebook post itself. So to do that, go up to the preview section here, just above the preview section, the share button over here, and then select the option over here, select the option here, Facebook post with comments. And then as you can see here, this will then pull up the Facebook post itself. And then from here, you'll need to check the URL bar for the post ID. So your URL should look something like this. These are obviously not the correct IDs because that's client sensitive data, but just to explain the concept here. So your URL should look something like this. You'll have a first ID here, which I believe is the account ID. And then you'll see this posts term here, and then this ID after that post's value is the actual post ID that you need to take and copy to use in your account. Sometimes this URL may look a bit different, but essentially just look for that ID after the post word and copy that to use in your account. Now heading back into Facebook ads, create a new ad, and then in your new ad, under the ad setup, instead of having create ad here where you can manually put your creative in, manually put your copy in, etc., we want to use existing posts. So select that option and your setup should now change to something that looks similar to this. So from here, scroll down to the ad creative section here and you'll see the enter post ID option. So hit that and then enter your post ID into here. Once you've done that, then hit the little tick button here. And as you can see, that now pulls up that same ad with all of the existing social proofing still on that ad. And now we can essentially run that same post in a new campaign while retaining all of this engagement. Now again, the second option to using that same post with all of that engagement in a new structure is to simply duplicate the ad but leave that little setting ticked. So to do that, come to the three dots on the side of your ad that you want to duplicate and then hit duplicate up at the top over here. You can untick any adjustments and then just hit continue, and that'll pull up this kind of duplicate your ads section here. So from here, again, just select the specific campaign that you want to duplicate that ad into, and again, leave that little option ticked there and then hit duplicate. Now, as you can see here, this is the duplicate of that initial ad, and obviously that can be identified by the dash copy that appears next to the copied headline. And the main thing to mention here is while this is in draft, you don't see the social proofing built up on this specific creative. So it doesn't look like this actually pulls through, but only once you publish the ad does that social proofing actually pull through for you. So we can just hit publish. And then as you can see there on the new ad, so the one with dash copy, that's now got the engagement built up on it as well. Now, just to note here again, if you make any changes to this new creative at all, so edit the copy, edit the creative itself at all, it will reset the actual post ID of this post and therefore will remove the social proofing or this engagement from being shown on the specific post. So just something to keep in mind there going forward. So that's everything I wanted to mention in this video. Hopefully this was a help and hopefully you found some value here. And thanks again for your time.